Hello guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for all the wonderful Christmas cheer. The videos that have been going around have been so nice, and I just wanted to say a quick shout out to everybody and wish you all a very Merry Christmas, very Happy Holidays, and soon to come a very Happy New Year. Finger is on the mend, as you can see. Although the other day I pressed it and it felt like everything inside tore, but the outside held. Still quite numb. Just taking it easy, doing some little projects. I wanted to catch you up on where the commissions are at. I just started again this week and I just found a new place to live. So I'm going to be moving in the next couple of days. So I thought I'd crank out some work just so I'm not super behind. Let's have a look at where Abaddon is at. So this is where I left him the day that I cut my finger because I was actually working on it when I cut it. And the question I have for Ismu is, Van had a great suggestion about where to put the sword. Instead of on the back, put it on the in the front here, somewhere like. I'm thinking stuck in the ground, kind of like there. I'll just rest it for now. But like if you can imagine that it's stuck in the ground, where the foot is standing on the head, so it's going to be the head of a blood angel, ripped at the neck. So he's kind of stabbed the sword through the neck, then pulled the body off and torn it in half. And then you could see even maybe there's the tip of the sword just coming out underneath the rock there. Maybe. So it's like stabbed right through the rock, and there's the head. So that's what I was thinking. And thanks to Van for that suggestion. And the sword I think works on this side. It doesn't break the momentum. On this side, I think it's really in the way of a lot of detail. I'm not a big fan. It's hard to say. The third option is that it stays on the back. The reason I do like it on the back is because it adds detail to the back. I like to be able to have something interesting in a story on every angle of the model, and when you turn around and you see nothing on the back except the sword, it's kind of cool. And I imagine that like dynamically, if it's hanging on the back there with like blood like splattered off it, that might add to the flow. But at the same time, I don't know. I think stabbing it through the head actually makes more sense in terms of what's going on. So that's probably where I would be at after much thinking about it. You can see now he's got the chest cast there. Nice detail. Tiny bit of cleaning up to do on that skull. The legs are being cast. Feet are being cast. I've been working on the blood spray in front, getting that nice and smooth, and that's the second last layer. Now I'll go over that with a nice skin just to make sure it's nice and smooth and liquid-like. But yeah, he's gonna look cool. Pretty excited about this. I also ordered a whole bunch of skulls. Here you can see all the skulls I've got. There's like 50 or 60 skulls from eBay there, and I want to just pile some skulls on this wall here. Should be fun. That's Abaddon. And hopefully I'll have him done, really soon. I was only 2 days away when I cut my finger, but it's really laid me out. So, and as I say, I still can't put a lot of pressure on it, although I'm still doing a little bit of work when I can. Let's have a look. Gary, you've been really patient, as is everyone else. This is where we're at. Obviously, there was a lot more detail in the last video, but I've stripped it down because I'm doing green stuff. So, yeah, you can see he's got this gnarly weapon now. Let's have a look at some of that detail. It's a pretty cool axe with a sort of demon dragon head and flames coming out of it. And the pose has changed. If you look from the top, you can see that he's sort of like got one foot in the shoulder mount there, and the other foot is. It's a little. I don't know what happened to the green stuff. I think it shrunk a bit, but it actually sits on the back leg here. There'll probably be a stirrup or something to help it out. But oh yeah, and this is the base. So this is the base that I've been working on for you. It's what is that? Like a 70mm or something, and it's got this really nice piece of Australian wood, and it's been like shaved down the side, and then filled in and made really smooth. So. And it's also on an angle going up to match the base angle. So I've also laid the Skaven, not the Skaven, Lizardmen out. They're not here right now, so I won't get them out. But yeah, it's going to look really cool. This guy hanging off there, his foot's going to be on a guy, and there'll be another guy running down here, and maybe you could do this up as a lake bed or something, I'm not sure. Maybe put some water effects. Hope you're doing well, man, and hope to have this to you very soon. So those are the two commissions that we know about. Here's some new stuff for custom terrain. This is some display figures for his amazing terrain videos and for his photographs for his website. And here we've got some Plague Marines that are done up in a custom style. Like this is Mark II iron armor, I think. I'm a bit tired and my computer's off. Sorry. I think it's Mark II iron armor. Let's get in close and have a look at the detail. So, and it's mixed with like some of the Nurgle stuff from Forge World. And I've done a lot of custom work. These are going to be on a sort of a city asphalt base kind of thing, like a grey look. And I just dressed up the squads. However, I've got to go in and green stuff and Nurglify them more, heaps more. But the idea here is that these actually I'll let custom terrain explain it maybe, but these are conscripts and they've been given all of the old armor, you know, the armor that was left over. So that's why they're wearing Mark II. He's got a much better story. I should know the flaw. But took a page out of Orc Painter Nerd's book and did some hot water posing and Templar Crusade. And it's so much fun. Man, I can see why Forge World is so popular. It's so easy to like completely change the pose. So I've got this guy doing a bit of a high-speed run, decked out in his armor with his gun, and his power sword, and even subtle stuff like just the way that this guy's sort of standing, just a slight change. Nice little tilt of the head. That's the iron armor head, and it's all being sort of chopped up a bit. What we got here? So here's the stuff like this. Like this guy is gonna have the helmet on, but then nothing but skull underneath. So there's gonna be sort of dead skin and bits hanging off him, and big boils coming out of his shoulder, and maybe a swollen stomach. I'm not sure. We're trying to keep it a bit like lean and mean, a bit different, not too fatty. This guy's kind of cool. He's this crazy pose, got his chainsaw out. So you got this custom. I mean, again, you've got like this motion in the legs that isn't there originally, and it's just hot water. See, foot out turn. It's so easy. I really like this technique. So Orc Painter Nerd, thank you. This guy is half. Got a bit of a chaos face going on, with half the helmet blown away. You can see where the shell's taken in the shoulder out as well, and he's shooting over the top. And so you can imagine him sort of standing flat against a wall, desperate for some cover, and he's just sort of, what's that called, where you don't look, and he's doing that. Now I haven't drilled the bolt holes out yet, but I'll do that last. And then this guy here, just wanted to try and take that stuff to the next level. I'm pretty happy with the thickness. I was trying for thinner, but it's just too hard. So that's, you know, throwing a grenade, and again, like with the custom stance, really easy to achieve just with some boiling water. Leave the legs in for a few minutes, and then you can bend them any which ways, and it looks really good. So I'm looking forward to green stuffing these guys, and then what I'm going to do is going to paint them. It's my first painted commission, a build and paint, and that's a lot of fun. It's a good break to be able to do small minis while we're doing the big commissions. So I just banged those out today. My finger was pretty sore, so there wasn't much I could do in the way of cutting and stuff like that. So this was easy. Those are the Plague Marines, and over Christmas, I snuck away a couple of hours in the evening and did some orkies. So these orcs are also for custom terrain. There's a second part of the project, and sorry, let's just get in there now that I've stopped autofocusing. There's one more to come, and he wanted a orc knob, but instead I've done a war boss, a custom war boss, just for fun. I hope that suits. I've kept the head small because it looks really cool. It looks kind of funny in the camera, but in person, like, I really like the look. Oh, and his arm's not glued on. But having a small head just makes it look like he's got this massive body, and he's got a little bit of a mouthy thing there. And this, the top of the thing here has been turned sideways into a moon because they're bad moons orcs. New pose, one leg up on the rock. He's quite static in that assault on Blackreach pose, and the arm has been lengthened out so it sort of sits down, so the gun will be sort of pointed to the ground. And then we've got a little squig hanging on the wire here, upside down, just chilling out on one of the wires. Lots of little touches, some hair and stuff like that, and a different head. And I think that's a pretty cool looking war boss. And then he's got his gang here, just again with the simple orky stuff, you know, bit of fun, funny poses, ridiculous hair. Orcs are so fun, and I'll be painting these up as well. Here we've got the rocket launcher guy with his rockets on the back and his mine in one hand, and these will be a desert theme. This guy throwing mortars, and his gun in the other hand. So just some fun little guys. I'll get those painted up over the next couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, and we'll have an update for you soon. Alright, well, oh gosh, it's 11 minutes and 40 seconds, Jesus. Well, thanks very much, guys, for watching. I hope this was a fun catch-up. I've got some sisters in the back there. It's working on my Seraphim squad. And yes, you can see the Celestians in the background as well coming together. And this finger's almost on the mend, so we'll get started with the new year and pick up with a faster pace. I'll have the new place where I'm living, I'll get settled, and we'll be churning out these commissions and churning out these projects, so look forward to it. Thanks for all the love in the year and all the great videos. Happy holidays, much love to your families, and have a safe and wonderful time of celebration, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.